Hi, hello everyone. Once again, this is Miss Anne, and today I'm going to discuss with you the end of term revision, and our focus is on the part 2 questions. So this part of the test is equivalent to 50 points. This is composed of 10 questions, and each point will be marked 5 points. So in order for you to do that, or to get a score of 50 points, let us start with our first topic, which is proving theorems about angles by using properties and theorems of angle congruence. So let's begin with question number 11. So we are asked to find the measure of angle ABC and the measure of angle CBD if the measure of angle ABD is equal to 120 degrees. So let us look at the illustration given right here. We already know that the measure of angle ABD is equal to 120 degrees. So as we can see, as we can observe here, the measure of angle ABC, okay, so this is ABC, plus the measure of angle CBD, this angle right here, is equal to the measure of angle ABD. So in this kind of illustration, we can think of using the angle addition postulate. Okay, so angle addition postulate to solve for the value of each angle, or to the measure of each angle. So if I'm going to write it in equation, I have measure of angle ABC plus the measure of angle CBD is equal to the measure of angle ABD. Now, as we can see, measure of angle ABC is given as 2x here. So this is 2x. So let's substitute the values, plus the measure of angle CBD, which is 5x minus 6, and the measure of angle ABD, which is given right here, this is equal to 120 degrees. Now let us simplify by combining like terms. So 2x plus 5x is equal to 7x minus 6, and this is equal to 120 degrees. So by addition property of equality, we have to add both side by 6 to eliminate our variable. So we have left with 7x, this becomes 0, and 120 plus 6 is equal to 126. And by division property of equality, we divide both side by 7. So 7 divides 7 is 1, and we have 1x or x, and this is equal to 18. So the value of our x here is 18, and we are ready to find the value of the measure of angle ABC. So I'm going to write here measure of angle ABC is equal to 2x, or let's substitute the value of x right here. What we have is 18. So 2 times 18 is equal to 36. Now this angle is measured 36 degrees. I'm going to look for this angle measure. So we'll write measure of angle CBD is equal to, the equation is 5x, which is 18, minus 6, and let us try to calculate it. So 1 minute please. 5 times 18 is equal to 90, minus 6 is equal to 84. So this angle is equal to 84 degrees. Now let us just make some calculation to check whether our answer is correct. Should be 36 degrees plus 84 degrees. Let me just calculate it. So this becomes 120 degrees. So you see, it is equal to, or the measure of angle ABC, and the sum of these two angles is equal to 120 degrees. So this is how you are going to solve question number 11. Now let's try to work on question number 13. So basically for number 13, we are just asked to find the measure of angle 6, measure of angle 7, and the measure of angle 8. Okay, so let us first know what are all the given information. So here we are given the measure of angle 6, which is 2x minus 21. And the measure of angle 7 would be 3x minus 34. So the relationship between angle 6 and angle 7, if you can see right here, they are complementary angle, and at the same time they are linear pairs. Okay, linear pairs is equal to 180. Supplementary angles is also 180. That means when we add the two angles, they will add up to 180 degrees. So if I'm going to write it in equation, I can say that measure of angle 6 plus the measure of angle 7 is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, and as we can see, we can use these values now to find the value of x first. Now we have 2x minus 21 plus measure of angle 7 is 3x minus 34, which is all equal to 180 degrees. Now we are going to again combine like terms. So 2x plus 3x is equal to 5x. And then we have here negative 21 plus negative 34. So when we calculate that, we will be given 55 as an answer. And still, this is equal to 180 degrees. So by addition property of equality, we're going to add both sides by 55. So I have left here with 5x, this becomes 0. And this is add. So 180 plus 55 will be 5. 13 carry 1 is 235. And by division property of equality, we divide both sides by 5. And your x would be equal to 47. Alright, so we have now the value of x, which is 47. Let us try to substitute this value to find the measure of angle 6. Okay, so let me just do it this way. We have the measure of angle 6 is equal to 2x, which is 47, minus 21. So if you are going to calculate this, let me just get my calculator. So 2 times 47 is equal to 94 minus 21 is equal to 73 degrees. Okay, so it means that angle 6 is 73 degrees. And then let us try to work on the measure of angle 7. So this angle we're looking for. And we have for angle 7, we have the measure, which is 3 times 47. Okay, minus 21. Sorry, not 21, it's 34. Sorry, let me erase again. So this is minus 34. So if I'm going to calculate it, we'll have 107 degrees. So that means angle 7 here is equal to 107 degrees. Okay, so if we add them together, 73 plus 107, we will get exactly 180. Okay, now we have left with the measure of angle 8. How are we going to solve for the measure of angle 8? So in this, it could be seen that the relationship of angle 6 and angle 7 are vertical. Okay, so by vertical angle theorem, we can say that the measure of angle 6 is congruent to the measure of angle 8. Okay, because vertical angles are equal or congruent. So if the measure of angle 6 is 73 degrees, it's right here, therefore the measure of angle 8 is also equal to 73 degrees. Okay, so this is by vertical angle theorem. So this is how we're going to look at that. By simply looking at the relationship of the angles, we'll be able to find the value of x, then substitute the values, and we are calculating the angle measures. Okay, so I hope you understand that part. Let me move on to the next example. So for this one, you are asked to classify lines as parallel, perpendicular, or neither by comparing their slopes, okay, or comparing the slopes of the lines. So in here, for example, we are trying to compare two lines, okay. So for example, I have here line L and this is line M. So we are going to see whether the two lines are parallel, perpendicular, or parallel. This is the symbol for parallel, perpendicular. Okay, so this is the symbol for perpendicular or neither. Alright, so when you say parallel lines, these two lines does not meet. No matter how far you extend the lines will not cross or they will not meet at a certain point. Okay, so we can say that the two lines are parallel when the slopes are same. Okay, so for example, the slope of L is, for example, L, the slope is 1 over 3, and then the M is also 1 over 3. So you can see obviously that the two lines are having the same slope, means they are parallel. When we say they are perpendicular, the product of the slope, for example, L is equal to 1 over 3 and M is negative 3. So if I'm going to multiply this 1/3 times negative 3, this will give me negative 3 over 3 or negative 1. So when the product of the two slopes, okay, product of the slopes is negative 1, then when we can say that the two lines are perpendicular. Okay, now we can say that they are neither when their slopes are not same slope, and then the product is not negative 1. All right, now let's look at example number 1 right here. We are asked to find or determine if A, B, and C D are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So let's try to write or find the slope of AB first. Okay, so when we are solving for the slope, we can use the formula y2 minus y1, or change in y over x2 minus x1, or change in x, or we can simply say rise over run. Okay, so for this we have line AB. So this is my x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, now if I'm going to follow the formula, I have here 4 minus 5 over x2 is 4 minus x1 is 1. So we have 4 minus 5 is negative 1. Let me erase it, sorry. So this is negative 1 over 3. So negative 1/3 is the slope of AB. What about the slope of CD, line CD? So this is your x1, this is your y1, x2, y2. So following the same formula, we have negative 5 minus negative 10 over negative 6 minus 9. Okay, so as you can see, this is negative and negative. When you multiply it, gives you positive. So negative 5 plus 10 is equal to 5 over negative 6 minus 9 is negative 15. So if I'm going to simplify both the numerator and the denominator, I'm going to divide both of them by 5. So this becomes 1 over negative 3, which is the same as the first line. So if they are the same, according to this rule, the lines are parallel for number 1. So we can say AB is parallel to line CD. Okay, so I want you to try some of the examples right here. Just follow the formula and how the procedure is applied. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic.